Hey everyone, welcome back. So this is my last video for today, which is Venus aspect of Saturn in Synastry. So what happened when Venus aspects Saturn in Synastry? Saturn is about responsibility. Saturn is about goals, maturity, perseverance, patience, a sense of duty, and also Saturn is also about seriousness. It's also about work, yeah, goals, and putting effort into things like achieving your goals and all that. So, what happened when Venus and Saturn when they both aspect in synastry? So, when this happens, it talks about a relationship that comes with tax, that comes with certain tax, that comes with responsibility, yeah, that comes with responsibility. So that's exactly the thing. So because this relationship, it comes with a lot of things involved in it. Because Saturn has this thing related to work, goals. You understand visions and all that involved. Certain things like dreams and all that. And when Venus and Saturn comes, it makes the relationship become more of a bonding relationship. This is not in a negative way. This I'm not saying this is gonna be in a negative way, but it means that I like this aspect based on trying. When it's trying, it really makes more sense because it helps both partners, show collective effort. Like the bonding will not be much on the other person. It will make both mature. I mean, both partners will be matured enough, to handle the responsibilities that comes with a relationship. Yeah, so to share similar goals. Yeah, similar goals in making the relationship work well. Yeah, in making the relationship grow. So that's exactly um the thing about the Venus Saturn aspects in synastry, because it's Venus Saturn aspect is more about the growth of the relationship. It's focused more on the growth of the relationship, and this growth of the relationship cannot be handled by one person alone. That's why I said it comes with a lot of tax. It comes with so many tax, and this tax um, is something that need to be a collective effort. It's something that needed to, be shared. It needed to be shared between the Venus person and the Saturn's person in the relationship. So it needs to be shared. So and when there is a shared responsibility between both partners, it helps to reduce the weight or the burdens of that relationship. So that's exactly the thing. So what is it like when it's in a soft aspect? So when it's in a soft aspect, the Venus Saturn, I mean, aspect in Sinestro, when it's in a soft aspect, it's really helped to reduce the burden of that relationship. It makes it easy for both partners to work hand to hand, put in collective effort, cooperate, working, putting in consistent effort, and, making sure that, everything is working so well in the relationship. So it also creates a reason for both partners to reciprocate each other, to reciprocate the needs, the romantic needs of each other, the relationship. And it makes partners share similar goals, not just like similar goals, but more or less like supporting each other goals in the relationship. Like we all know that we need to understand that Saturn stand for career, visions, goals, and all that. So when there is Venus Saturn aspect in synastry, it makes both partners, want to support each other growth. It's not like maybe a partner have a goal and then not really reciprocating by supporting the other person. So it's just like partner having certain goals they want to pursue, and then they are always going hard, doing everything they can to support each other, irrespective of whatever goals they have, or whatever goals they want to pursue. So they're always willing to support each other to achieve that goal, to achieve their dream goals. So that's exactly the thing about Venus Saturn aspect. In another way round, we can say sometimes the Venus person may be taken away, or how am I going to use the word? Like the Venus person can be carried away by the pleasures, the fun, and all that excitement. And why the Saturn person may really want more commitment, seeking for the commitment in that relationship. The Saturn person may be very, very serious, like wanting to understand, okay, what's the way forward? How are we going to, so like more about are we what are we doing, like, because the Saturn wants something worthwhile. Remember, Saturn has to do with something worthwhile. It has to do with something long time. So the Saturn person who want to be playing around. Yeah, the Saturn person will want to be playing around. The Saturn person will want to know exactly where he or she is heading to. Like, okay, what are we doing? What are we, and all that, like that. So, and the Venus person may be carried away with the old romantic things, pleasures, fun, and all that excitement in the relationship. And this can sometimes um, make the Saturn person feel some sort of feel a bit bad, like seeing the Venus person as an unserious person, like seeing the person as an unserious person, like they don't want to really, pursue the relationship forward, or not to really keep putting the same commitment similar to them, like the same commitment that they are putting, because the certain person wants to put their whole and wants it to make the relationship work. So that's exactly some of the issues that arises when Venus Saturn aspect, happens in the synastry. And it also talks about responsibility. The responsibility is that sometimes we see cases, or I see cases where the Saturn person is always, taking the responsibility, you know, yeah, doing the most of the things and all that, handling most of the things in the relationship, whereas the Venus person can just not do much in epic situations in the relationship. So, and that can be something, that could make the certain person kind of feel uh, kind of disappointed, and kind of disappointed, and wanting something of reassurance from the Venus person to understand exactly to understand what they're doing, like how they need to really put in more effort to make things work, because it's gonna get to a point it's going to get to a point whereby the certain person may get fed up and feel like, oh, I've tried everything I can to make this work, but it seems like he or she, my partner, is not reciprocating, is not showing the commitment that I want. So I think there's no reason to hold on to this. It's better I just move on, and all those things like that. So it's important for both partners to be matured enough in handling certain things, because, like I said before, this Venus Saturn aspect comes with a lot of burden. It comes with some burden, with some tasks. It comes with responsibilities. So there is need for both to have a shared responsibility, so that it won't be one-sided, whereby one person is taking the whole responsibilities in the relationship, is like dealing with the whole things in the relationship, because at a point it could be draining, or traumatic for the certain person somehow. So it's important to have a shared responsibility in order to have a safe relationship, or to have a long-term relationship, uh, between the both partners, for both partners to have a long-term relationship, because this is exactly what really matters. Saturn is not going to, if you have certain Venus aspects, or Venus Saturn aspects in your synastry, it's not like an 100% assurance that the relationship is going to go all sweet, it's going to go all sweet, long lasting, and all that. Yes, it can really it can give an assurance of that, of a long lasting relationship to some extent. But it's also what we also need to understand, that it also comes with some tax. So this tax now comes as a result of some certain burdens that need to be shared, between partners. When the when partners do not, look away from their responsibility, when partners, take up their own responsibility in the relationship, then it makes the relationship easier, and makes it more successful on long term, like makes it more successful, based on, long term commitment, long lasting commitment, and all that. So that's exactly that for the Venus Saturn aspect. So the thing is, the hard aspect sometimes, maybe the squares aspect, Venus square Saturn in synastry sometimes can be very challenging. And it's important that in the case of the square aspect, both partners need to endure as much as they can. They need to be able to endure, try as much as possible to endure, be patient, and keep on, like support each other, support each other, and put in collective effort. yeah, to make the relationship work, so that it won't look one-sided, because there's always issues of reciprocations when it comes to the squares aspect or odd aspect. There's always issues of reciprocations, like the Saturn person, Venus person not being able to build a balance in terms of commitment. Yeah, in terms of commitment, one person doing so much, doing everything they can to make the relationship work, while the other is not happy in situation. So there's need to create a balance. So that's it for the Venus Saturn aspect in synastry. That's it for that. So the next time again that I bring you more Venus aspects in synastry. Another time, I'll be talking about Venus Pluto aspects in synastry, um, Venus Uranus aspect, Venus Lepton aspect. So, yeah, that's it for that for today. So, thank you so much for watching. Please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I appreciate you watching up to this moment. Bye for now. See you another time. Thank you.